We're back at it again with another video here with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. Now, in this video, we're going to discuss one of the top stocks that are setting up to possibly squeeze based off of the short float as well as the short shares and how it reacted earlier this week and what is going on with it in the charts, all the technicals moving forward. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run of the day that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. Went up 20% plus at its highest point of possibility, and we're going to jump into everything here with these charts. The home run of the day was spectacular, guys, and if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, I would like to invite you to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors all looking to learn and grow together. So we talked about this morning GRNQ and MRIN. Now MRIN turned out to give us a 5 to 10% jump, 3 to 5% jumps, but GRNQ was the home run of the day, guys. 30% plus at its highest point. Started watching it in the pre-market, jumped up 3 to 5%, pulled back down, jumped up nearly 10% in a matter of minutes, pulled back, and in just 30 minutes after the bell, hit a highest point of 30% plus, guys. If this is something you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to. The link is down below in the description, and we look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So you may ask yourself, what's the stock that's setting up to squeeze? Well, this is a stock that was mentioned earlier this week over at the Discord, and that is VRPX. This was caught around $6 and some change in the pre-market, and it took off to highs on that same day of $16 and some change and continued the next day, even in the aftermarket hours, all the way to a high here of $38. Now, the reason why this stock jumped was because of FDA approval, and things have been cooling off since then. And it's sitting kind of sideways right now, right? And when you go over to Fintel, this is the #1 short squeeze score out of all of them on this list, right? Days to cover is 0.01, and the borrow fee rate is 103.59, and the short squeeze score is 99.17. I mean, this is like literally one of the highest scores you can get. Anywhere as close as 100 is huge. Now, is it possible that it's going to happen in the next week or so? That is something that we need to watch and monitor carefully, and that's why we're going to look at the chart and what's important. And then when you come over to all the information here with the short shares, right, there has been a nearly 50% of shares that have been short all these last several days, right? The highest was 48, yesterday was 43, and 3 days ago was 44%. I mean, that's pretty huge, and you could see there the rate, and you can see the short shares available is 100,000, right? Last update 2 minutes ago, about 4 hours ago when this changed. So the lower this goes, the bigger the possibility for the shorts to have to cover. If not, if this starts going up, that means that some of these shorts are starting to cover and might push this up even higher. Now, when you go ahead and look at the short flow, which is the short interest, it's nearly 14% for VRPX. So that is important to be aware of. 14% is not significantly high. We're going to have to see how it turns out after today. Over the weekend, I will look over this, probably do an update on Sunday if anything has changed. But right now, as I'm doing this video, these are the datas that are popping up, and 14% is what it's showing for short flow, which is short interest. Now, the stock itself hit a low here recently of 14.18, has bounced off of that and hit a high today of 19.74. So when you look at the chart, that starts to show signs of some shorts covering because it jumped nearly $4 in a matter of an hour. So that is something to be aware of. I will be tracking, like I said, I'll do an update if this changes later this afternoon. But if these short shares availability start to go up, like goes from 100,000 to 200, 300,000, that goes to show that those short shares are becoming more available because the shorts are actually covering. Now, the way short squeezes happen is when this actually goes up significantly and doesn't come right back down to where it all started, right? It started at those lows of $15 and it's already back to $16. The shorts will be forced, right, to cover in larger amounts if this was to stay at $19, $20 and then they push it up the next level, right? So for example, if a short squeeze is starting and it runs up like this on the day, and then the shorts come back and they try to pull it from 16 down to 12, if it held itself from way down here at $6, some shorts will have to start to cover, and that's how these bounces happen right here, that it goes ahead and takes off from $13, $12 to 21. And then it took off the next day, came back down, and then it started to bounce again, right? So it needs to hold itself up so that the shorts have to actually cover. It's not like it just goes up and then shorts already covered and that's it. No, but this spike in price does have to do a little bit with some type of shorts covering, right? But then after they covered, there's others that are coming to pull it right back down and causing a sell-off. So where the stock sits right now is very interesting. Short flow is not as high as we would want it to be if it's going to be a possible squeeze, but based off the information on Fintel, it has a high short squeeze score. The borrow rate is pretty high, and they have 0.01 days to cover. So this is pretty huge. We're going to have to see if this was the short squeeze or if this is just the beginning. So what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is the lowest point in this bearish run, 1420. Okay, definitely want to watch that carefully. If that breaks through that, then the next point of reference is 1242. I would watch how it's doing within those areas and if the bulls are trying to come back up or if the bears continue to tear this down. Now, for this to actually gain momentum and start pushing upwards and the bulls start to gain control by forcing a possible squeeze is by breaking through this resistance 1976, use it as support, break away from it, and start working its way up to the next resistance level, which is up here at $26.98. I would just round that up to $27 so that the bulls can continue pushing up and going in that upward direction. This is definitely one to keep an eye on. I mean, this already took off based off the FDA approval, and that is something to be aware of, that this is in a very speculative position because it came from all the way down at $4 all the way up to almost $40 at $38 and some change, and right now it's in the smack middle of it. It can go into further weakness and become even more bearish, or it could be the start of strength and the bulls pushing this up, forcing shorts to cover, creating a squeeze effect and having momentum to the upside. And if positive news comes out with it over time, that can actually create an even further catalyst to the upside, giving it much more potential for a move that investors are expecting, guys. This is definitely one to keep an eye on. It is speculative, watch with caution, and in no shape or form in any of my videos am I stating to buy, sell, or hold any of these positions. This is not financial advice. I'm just here to enlighten you guys on why I'm watching a stock, what made me start watching it, and what I like about it, and what keeps me keeping it closer than ever, right? Because you want to keep stocks closer than ever to you when it looks like an opportunity is forming, and it's something to watch carefully within the charts, through the information, and see how things unravel. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.